We use words all the time, right? They're just part of how we get through the day. But have you ever stopped and, really thought about a huge question hiding in plain sight? Where does meaning actually come from? Seriously, think about it. Are words kind of like little boxes stuffed with a specific meaning? Or is it possible that meaning shows up somewhere else entirely? That question, right there, is what we're going to unpack in this explainer. So let's get into it. To really get a handle on this, let's just look at something super common, a phrase we've all used, probably even today. Just two little words, I'm fine. Seems straightforward enough, doesn't it? But is it really? Because think about it. Depending on the situation, who you're talking to, even the pause right after you say it, I'm fine, can mean you're genuinely happy. Or it could just be, the polite thing to say. And sometimes it's a wall, a clear leave me alone. The words, I'm fine, they don't change at all, but the meaning completely flips. And that's the thing. If the meaning was locked inside the words, that just couldn't happen.
Okay, so if the meaning isn't in the words themselves, then where is it? Well, this is where it gets really cool. The source material for this suggests we look somewhere totally unexpected for an answer: physics.
So in physics, there's this thing called interference. Imagine you drop two pebbles into a perfectly still pond. You see the ripples, right? Well, when those two sets of ripples meet, they interact, they overlap, and they create this whole new complex pattern on the water. And here's the kicker. That new pattern, it isn't in the first ripple, and it isn't in the second one. It's a brand new thing that only exists because they came together. It's born in the space between them. All right, let's take that idea and bring it back to language. Think of our words as one of those waves. But it's not alone. It's interacting. It's interfering with other waves. The silence around the words, the whole context of the situation, and of course, the other person. And that's the big reveal. Meaning is that new pattern. It's what emerges from all that interference. It's not in the words, not in the silence, not in the person. It appears in that shared space where everything meets. This is a huge shift in how we think about communication, isn't it? It means that meaning isn't some fixed piece of data that we just send from one brain to another. No. It's a living, dynamic pattern that we build together in real time. It's created by the relationship itself. And this idea is more relevant now than ever, especially when you think about AI. The structure is exactly the same. When you're talking to an AI, the meaning isn't just in what you type, and it's not just in the code that spits out a reply. It's emerging right there in that interaction between you, the machine, and the context you both share. Every single chat is basically an experiment in creating new patterns of meaning. So that leaves us with this big final thought. If meaning isn't something you can just download, like a file, if it's really a pattern that shows up between us, then what are we actually doing when we understand somebody? Maybe understanding isn't about grabbing facts at all. Maybe, just maybe, it's about perceiving that delicate shifting pattern that emerges for just a moment in the space we share.